I can, okay, I've had all I can stand and I can't stand no more. What is it with all these Hebrew Israelites that think it's okay to cut, okay to let the F words fly, okay to have vulgar language, even sometimes while they're preaching or teaching the Bible? Make this make sense. So let me make this plain. God is not pleased with your speech or your conduct. This is not conduct becoming of a person that have been transformed by the Spirit of God. If this is your daily mode of operation, then I would submit that you are not changed. You are not a child of God. And yes, I am judging righteously.
Oh, praise.
All right, shalom, shalom. All right, I'm gonna get straight into this lesson. You know, with Jake, you don't even know where to start at. Jake be so out of pocket. So let's get into this whole thing with this Jake said, right? All right, let's go here. So most of our people, you know, and he's still calling on the name God. You can tell he don't know what's going. He don't know what the hell going on, right? He don't understand the prophets and the men of the Lord came off harsh, right? At times, they were rough men. The men that you hear preaching this word today, right? Now people have not been reborn, right? Because they still got this imagery. Let's go here before I get into that of their head of this, you know, this suit and tie, lying, slick tongue, pork chop sandwich eating demons that's called so-called pastors, right? Which they feed their own belly, their own interest, their own bank account. They don't give a damn about teaching the truth. He's not concerned about that. He's not concerned about these brothers that have turned out of the world and cleaned up their lives and keep those statutes and laws and commandments to the best of their abilities, right? Came out the folly and the manners of their own vomit, right? He's not looking at that, right? But this is your average Christian, right? And you can tell he's still under plantation Christianity to the nth degree, right? So in most of our people mind, they still got this imagery, right? This slick talking, smooth talking devil, right? If they think is a preacher, man of God, right? These characters, right? And we did not, the real prophets didn't wear no suit and tie, all right? We wore long garments with fringes, right? So you could tell our people they completely out of their mind, right? And they have a problem with the way we speak, right? And I'm gonna get into that scripture that deals with that, right? So let's go here. So this is what they have in their mind, right? This smooth talking snake oil salesman that's telling them nothing but lies, right? They prefer this. They prefer the smooth words, right? The polished speeches. And it's the scriptures going into how people, all right, still under these lies, man. And this is what is in this most of our people mental, their imagination, when they think about the Messiah, they think about this whole doctrine. Come one, come all. Do whatever you want to do. You know, so-called Jesus gonna love you, right? And this is witchery. This is witchcraft. This is what's still in our people's mind, right? This is what they've been presented as truth. So any kind of, how can I say it? Any kind of thing that goes against what they've been taught, they condemn it and say, you know, is bad or whatever. But our people are just out of touch with reality, right? The men of the Lord, the prophets, etc., came off harsh. Even Yahweh Shah himself was an austere man, right? He wasn't this soft-spoken Edomite, right, that they portrayed him to be. Let's go to some more, right? This right here, this is nothing but witchcraft. This is witchery. This is the creation of the so-called white man to get out of people on their love doctrine, right? When you love everybody, Salakia. All right. So this is what our people still got in their mental. They haven't been reborn, right? So let's get into some scriptures. Let's go here. Let's go to 2 Corinthians 11 and 6. This the book of 2 Corinthians 11 and 6. But though I be rude in speech, all right, I'm gonna get into this word rude. All right, so sometimes we come off rough, right? Right? We come off rude, right? In speech, the way we talk. We'll be perceived to be ignorant, to be not a men of the Lord, right? As it may seem, but that's not true. But though I be rude in speech, yet not in knowledge. So we're very knowledgeable through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai of what the hell is going on. He don't have a effing clue, right? Because he's still under that plantation Christianity, that love fest, when the so-called white man taught him well, right? Trained him like a dog. But we have been truly made manifest among you in all things, right? Let's go to this word rude, right? Because sometimes some brothers use rough language, right? So-called curse words, because our people don't understand that we speak an English language. This whole language is cursed, right? If you want to really break it down, because we spoke the Hebrew, ancient Hebrew, right? So this whole language is an abomination and a curse unto us, all right? We want to break it all down to be politically correct. Salakia. It says rude. It says offensively, impolite, or ill-mannered, right? Let me go to the root of the word. We're going to go to the etymology of the word rude, right? It says late 13th century, coarse, rough, without finish, right, of surfaces, from Old French rudi, 13th century, and directly from Latin rudis, rough, crude, unlearned. So when you go more into this word as well, one of the words, definitions come back as unlearned. We will be perceived as unlearned men because the way we talk, right? We not coming in that fashion of what our people used to, right? With that Christian pastor vibe, all right? We coming rough and raw, all right? Isaiah 30 and 10. But the Lord know the rebellious nature of our people, and he made us hardcore men to rebuke our people so they can get their shit together, right? Isaiah 30 and 10, KJB, which say unto the seers, see not. That's basically what he's saying. And to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, right? Getting your S together, serving the Lord, believing on this doctrine of destruction. He not worried about that. He not worried about brothers that clean their lives up, right? They came out of the filth of this world. It says, speak unto us smooth things. So he want to hear the polished, PG, right? So-called sermon, right? When it's not to their likening, they get offended. It says prophesy deceit. So they prefer a clean PG version, but none but lies, rather than getting a raw and rough truth, right? That's just how most of our people are wired, because they still under this plantation Christianity, which is based in madness. It says Isaiah 30 and 10, New Living Translation. It says they tell the seers, stop seeing visions. They tell the prophets, don't tell us what's right. Tell us nice things. So they want to hear something nice, right? That Jesus love everybody, which is nothing but a lie, but that's what they want to hear, right? He want that plantation Christianity, all right? Tell us lies, all right? But again, most of our people are still under this witchcraft, all right, with this character, Jesus, that the so-called white man created, right? Look at this. And this is straight up blasphemy. But this is what is in our people imagination. So they see how the character was of this creation character Jesus, and that's what they want to model themselves after of, right? And this is just crazy, man. And this is witchcraft. It says witchery. Check this out. It says sorcery, enchantment, witchcraft, right? Irresistible influence, irresistible influence. So our people are still influenced by this plantation Christianity, right? You don't see how the real men of the Lord character was, right? Right? This Nehemiah. That's how you got the book of Nehemiah. Nehemiah 13 and 25, right? KJB. And I contended with them and cursed them and smote certain of them and plucked off their hair and made them swear by Yahweh, by Shem Yahushua, saying, Ye shall not give his daughters unto their sons, nor take their daughters unto your sons or for yourselves. So Nehemiah was rebuking our people when it was going off at this particular time, right? All right. New Living Translation at the very top. So I confronted them and called down curses on them. I beat some of them and pulled out their hair. This is the man of the Lord, Nehemiah. I made them swear by the name of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua that they would not let their children intermarry with the pagan people of the land. Right? And it's going to show you, what's the point of this? Showing you that the prophets and men of the Lord, were rough at times, right? Isaiah 58 and 1. They weren't this soft-spoken, effeminate character that our people been acclimated to. Isaiah 58 and 1. It says, KJB, cry aloud, spare not. So don't worry about these people's feelings, man. Spare not their feelings. That's what they're saying. It says, lift up thy voice like a trumpet. So a trumpet is a instrument that has authority to it, man. Right? It's a loud instrument that commands your ear. Right? So that's how we come across rough and raw to get our people attention. Right? And show my people their transgression and the house of Jacob their sin. So the message is gonna come off rough sometimes. It's just what it is. It's a part of the business. It's not gonna be a well received message, and sometimes it's gonna come off rough. It's just what it is. Isaiah 58 and 1. It says, shout with the voice of a trumpet blast, shout aloud. Don't be timid. All right. Don't be timid. Shy, that's timid is like your TD Jakes and all those characters, right? We come in a true spirit of how we once always did it. It says, tell my people Israel of their sin. So this not going to be a soft-spoken message when we telling our people, rebuking them, because this is a stiff-necked people. Ecclesiastes 7 and 7, it says, surely oppression maketh a wise man mad. So we've been oppressed, we in captivity. It's going to make us have a certain demeanor about ourselves, right? We're going to have like a chip on our shoulder, so to speak. We're not going to be nice guys, so to speak, all the time, right? But that's what our people prefer. And the gift destroyed the heart. Let's keep moving. So this is not going to be a welcoming message, right? Jeremiah 14 and 15, it says, therefore, thus said the Lord Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, concerning the prophets that prophesy in my name, and I sent them not. Yet they say, the sword family should not be in this land. But I was looking for a different precept, but I'm running out of time. Let's go here. But most of our men, been westernized. And this is westernized Edomite mindset that they have, that they are flustered over any little thing, right? They not looking at the complete picture, right? Westernization, right? Let me get straight to the point. Westernization began with traders, colonizers, the so-called white men, and missionaries from Western Europe who believed their way of life was superior to those of the peoples in the countries to which they traveled. The so-called white man is the devil. The occupied peoples were required or encouraged to adopt Western European business practices, alphabets, and attire. They were also encouraged to assume Western European education systems, literary, artistic standards, and to convert to Christianity. There you go. There you go. So I'm running out of time. Hopefully this lesson was edifying. Kahala Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rachak Wadah. Shalom.